Tory Brexit war explained, why a meaningful vote has left Theresa May facing meltdown. Theresa May's been plunged into open warfare over Brexit after Tory MPs warned they will defeat her on a key issue. The Prime Minister faces chaos after a bid to buy off Tory rebels with a meaningful vote backfired spectacularly. She was branded sneaky and unforgivable after the plan was watered down at the last minute. All very exciting. But we're at a stage of Brexit now where even MPs struggle to understand what's going on. So what has actually happened? Why is it so important? And what happens next? Here's a basic guide. Remain backing MPs want a meaningful vote on the final Brexit deal between the UK and Brussels. If it's not good enough, they want the power to send Theresa May back to the negotiating table, instead of crashing out of the EU with no deal. They'll have the bare bones of this vote in October 2018. But with Brexit Day looming in March 2019, there's a big row over what happens after that vote. Remainers say MPs need actual power to decide what Theresa May does next if there's a meltdown, and there's still no deal everyone's happy with. Brexiteers say MPs would abuse this power to tie Mrs May's hands and stop Brexit. The House of Lords created a meaningful vote by passing an amendment to the government's flagship EU withdrawal bill. That means Theresa May was forced to fight for her life to defeat it in the House of Commons, otherwise it will become law. The problem is, too many Tory MPs back the idea of a meaningful vote, so she's had to compromise. There's a cluster of pro-EU Tory MPs, probably a couple of dozen, who are very concerned about the UK's Brexit plan. Theresa May has few enough MPs that if the rebels team up with Labour, the Lib Dems and SNP, they can defeat her. The key issue is what it will take to push the rebels over the cliff. For months now, the Tory MPs have preferred to work with the government by striking backroom deals instead of dealing actual defeats. Usually only a few ardent Remainers like Dominic Grieve, Ken Clarke and Anna Soubry put their heads over the parapet. But now it's open warfare after they thought they had a deal with Theresa May, only to be betrayed at the last moment. That's why tonight's declaration is such a big deal. The rebel plan, led by Dominic Grieve, starts with what everyone agrees on, letting MPs vote on the final Brexit deal this autumn. Then, however, there's a new step. If MPs or the EU haven't agreed the plan by November 30, 2018, Theresa May will have to draw up a new plan of what to do next, and ask MPs to approve it. Then, if there's still no political agreement by February 15, 2019, Theresa May has to hold another vote in the Commons, and this time it's crucial. In that final vote, MPs could explicitly force her what to do. Rebels had agreed to compromise on their plan, a bit. But what the Prime Minister has offered is much more watered down. Under her plan, if there's no agreement by January 21, 2019, she'd have to draw up a plan of what she'll do next and MPs would vote on it. But crucially, this vote would have no power to actually approve or reject her plan. MPs would only vote to say they've considered the matter, which doesn't really mean anything. And they would be unable to amend the motion they vote on to toughen it up. The House of Lords will debate both options on Monday 18 June, and will vote for one or the other. There's a Remain majority in the Lords, so it will probably vote for the rebel plan. That means Theresa May faces a dramatic showdown when it returns to the House of Commons on Wednesday 20 June, at around lunchtime. Rebels and Tory ministers will be locked in a furious debate to find a form of words they can all agree on. But after Theresa May let the rebels down once, they won't be fooled again. If she can't appease them this time, they could deal her a devastating defeat.